Yo, what's going on, gang? Today we got launch comms for Zombies Intel. Basically everything we should expect upon launch for Zombies in BO6. Round-based Zombies overview and recap. They linked all the previous intel. We have genuinely covered all of this. There's launch updates from Treyarch. We covered this a couple weeks ago. The Liberty Falls updates, but they didn't give us like super in-depth knowledge on what they've done, and this is the list that's going to do that. Also, gang, losing my voice here. We're still dummy sick, but we're getting better. We are getting better. It's the best part. Since the debut of early gameplay footage at Call of Duty Next back in August, the Zombies team at Treyarch has continued to iterate on the look, feel, and sound of Liberty Falls to crank up the map's creepiest factor. Heading into launch, players can expect a moodier visual tone to the map, along with the gorier set dressings and environmental audio, more intensely reflect the chaos of a very recent dimensional breach. We kind of talked about that. I was trying to explain how the map doesn't look like a Zombies map. You know, if you kind of run around Liberty Falls and kind of see what's going on, I mean, it looks like more of a, almost like a DMZ map, maybe. It doesn't look like a big Zombies map. So we're just gonna have to see like how much they actually changed everything, and like, you know, hopefully add more barbed wire and stuff like that. It just kind of looked like a town that had a riot go through it. It didn't really look like a town that was being, you know, obviously invaded and swarmed by zombies. Going into HUD touch-up, so this is kind of big. Oh, also additional atmospheric elements related to the map's main quest will also be present throughout Liberty Falls as players begin to solve the mysteries awaiting for them in the wake of the undead incursion. Basically, as you do the Easter egg, the environment changes, the atmosphere changes in the map. It will look different as you start to do the egg. So keep that in mind, gang, as you go through. HUD touch-ups. The UI has continued to update the game's modular HUD, touching up some of the zombie-specific elements that can appear across most HUD preset options and adding new settings. These updates include character portraits added to the lower left corner, which we can see here. General alignment and color adjustments made across the entire HUD. Perk icons now positioned closer together. These were really spaced apart in the original HUD. Zombie-specific widgets for certain in-game actions. In-game Gobblegum reward animation added. I guess it's going to be like maybe right here, I'm assuming. Like this will kind of animate around. Let's see, visibility sliders added to allow players to fine-tune or completely disable additional HUD elements, including score, feed, medals and notifications, minimap, opacity, weapon, and equipment information. More. I really like that they actually show an HP number. I think that's something super unique to like add to COD. I think it's something they should probably add to multiplayer and or Warzone as well. I think that's a super unique feature to know exactly how much HP you have, to know how much you can take, you know. I think it's good comms for your teammates, like, hey, I'm, you know, 50 HP, I'm 25 HP, whatever. Or being able to justify maybe giving a teammate something else based off your own health could be super duper solid. Anywho, Terminus Island Recon. So we got Terror Island, a tour of Terminus. We've seen Terminus. We've kind of done a walkthrough on the channel. This is a little more in depth. Obviously, we've seen gameplay. For those of you who haven't seen the gameplay, here's going to be some pictures for the game. Security Overlook and Control Center. This is living quarters, mess storage, and mess hall. It's all just like a bunch of big buildings kind of crowd together. C Tower, which these are outside. Big externals. Keep in mind, this is the largest like carbon footprint for a zombies map we've ever had. A gun battery platform. This definitely has something to do with the Easter egg. No, bro, you can't look at this and tell me this doesn't have to do with the Easter egg. We're gonna be like directing the cannon and launch, I'm sure, bro. The caves, sea caves, and mining tunnels. One thing If you did not know, you will be able to drive boats around on Terminus Island. It's open world in that sense. The biolab. In the biolab, you see these containers. There's three of them, I believe, right here. Let's see, one, two, three. I guess four, maybe five. It could be six. It could be symmetrical. Regardless, when you first access this room, when you first run into biolab and get to this platform, in animation cues, it doesn't stop the game, but all the zombies in these tubes break out. I think that's kind of cool that they've added like interaction throughout the map. Um, every time you play the game, there's going to be different like body spawns throughout the map that can just randomly lunge at you and kind of come up, and it just adds this like new feel to zombies. I think that'll kind of add to the ambiance of everything. Inclined lift and maglev elevator. So I guess that's where pack is, and it looks like you can raise it on up to the top. There's also a singular elevator right here, a singular tube. Looks like a safe spot where you can just kind of go up if needed. This kind of reminds me of the teleporter on Kino der Toten. Kind of has the same vibe, low key. Shipwreck. It's out at sea, so again, you can take a boat off the island. You can kind of get a better picture here when you kind of see the island. And it looks like there's smaller islands that are going to be part of the Easter egg, where you're going to see obviously new perk machines. But there's also a shipwreck you can get out here. I'm sure there's a perk machine somewhere out here. There's got to be something out here, useful. So spiders are kind of coming. They did show these same spiders on Terminus. Obviously, this is a picture of Liberty Falls though with the turbine cannon. This is going to be kind of our tour of Liberty Falls. Again, we've kind of seen this gameplay. So we have the motel. This kind of gives us like a better image right here. You see like people hanging, cars blown up. It did not look that crazy when it first came out. Buildings did not look as like, I don't know how to word it, like zombified maybe. But they're kind of adding that aspect to it. The bowling alley is really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if like part of the Easter egg has to do with something in the bowling alley. I think that'd be kind of crazy. But they talk about like kind of making it feel more like a zombies map, and I think they did a really solid job. And stills we're seeing, with the barbed wire, obviously zombies, all throughout the barbed wire, stuff like that. Zip lines across the map. It looks like this is a crafting station up top. This is an augments overview. Equip your augments to your Perk-Colas, ammo mods, and field upgrades to modify their performance. Looks like there's a ton of different options and skill trees. Yeah, it's saying research augments. Perk-Cola 8. Let's see, each with 6 augments. Ammo mods, there's 5 total, each with 6. And same with field upgrades, same as ammo mods. Researching and choosing. So it looks like here, it's like a skill tree, So you start here, it kind of builds up, you go all the way up, and then boom, now you have an energy mine. So that's kind of cool how you can do that. Add like different elements to actually know what you're creating for like different augments. I think that's super sick. It just kind of adds another dynamic to the game, a new depth, you could say, that die-hard zombie players aren't just gonna be able to load up and be like, oh well, we're done. There's kind of a grind to it, which I think is really cool. These are going to be our Perk-Colas, man. We got Juggernaut, we got Stamina Up, Speed Cola, Deadshot Daiquiri, Melee Macchiato, PhD Flopper coming back, so gas. Elemental Pop, one of my favorites, man, and Quick Revive. These are some of the camos we're gonna see. This looks like a Wonder Fizz, because there's like everything's on here. This has definitely got to be like a Wonder Fizz machine. They haven't confirmed, whether or not Wonder Fizz is in, but I mean, bro, there's every logo's on that machine, so that's cool. We got a little Wonder Fizz going on. They kind of talk about what each thing does, which obviously we know what all the perks do, bro. I mean, this is grade A. The only one that's new is this right here. Melee Macchiato. Replace weapon gun butt with a deadly punch. Not only is it a deadly punch, like it absolutely launches zombies like really, really far. I'm sure it's going to be extremely useful for like up close gameplay. This kind of goes through the different like augments, for field upgrades, stuff like that. which a lot of these are the same too. Slightly different, but I'm sure the same like core base, you know, like Ether Shroud's probably still gonna be, you know, top dog. There's no telling obviously, but we'll just have to see, gang. And then loadouts. This is nothing new. One thing about the loadouts this year, you can customize a loadout and the wall buy will be your customized loadout. So any of the wall buys throughout the map, you can level those guns up, customize them however you want, and then you can go back and if you want to buy them off the wall, it's your exact preset. If you're that the mystery boxes are treating you well, maybe you're running out of ammo, you're not getting a max ammo, you can kind of go through and do that as well. But that's really what we got, gang. There's, you know, a lot of it's kind of like similar. You know, we have some zombie support, obviously chopper gunners coming in, which I think's really cool. The mutant injection is coming in, turns you into a mangler. Mangler cannon, you can just hold the cannon itself, and then obviously sentry turn. So we have a lot of different things kind of changing up. These are all the different gobblegums we'll be having this year. One thing I was super curious about, but I guess this kind of confirms that we don't have it, is if Perkaholic was good. Oh, actually they did. They made it red this year. Perkaholic used to be orange. So Perkaholic is still on here. I wonder if they kept Fear in the Headlights. That was another really good one. No. Wonder Bar, On the House, Exit Strategy. I'm not anywhere but here. That's another great perk. Nowhere but here. I don't know what that one is. Soda Fountain. So yeah, we still profit share. Yeah, we still got some really good gobblegums in the mix, and we have some new ones coming too, which is cool. We got some new whimsical ones as well. Newtonian Negation. I guess that makes everything float up, and then Indigestion. It looks like that boy farting. You feel me? Crazy. This kind of tells you when you unlock everything. It's not specifying Perkaholic though, so I guess Perkaholic's just gonna be a chance-based thing. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Raindrops is still there. Perkaholic, but no Fear in the Headlights. I can't believe they didn't have Fear in the Headlights. That was such a gas gobblegum. But anyways, gang, that's what we got, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man, hit that sub button, crush that like button, okay? And I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more heat, all right? Let's get it, gang.